What a weird table. The legs must have broken and someone replaced them with a barrel. It's a dirty old busted frying pan. The blade's a little rusty. With this humid climate, I'm hardly surprised. I'll take it, but I hope I don't have to use it on anyone. In that condition, it may not cut anyone, but it'll give them a nasty infection. Looks like a nice red. California wine from an excellent vineyard. Cool item. Granny used to have one just like it. Okay, if there's any oil inside, I might be able to use it. Looks like it's not full, but there's a little bit inside. I'll take it. A bed. I wonder how long it's been since I slept. It has no mattress, but I'd still take a snooze if I could. A bed. It has no... Well, I guess it's for the best. I'll attempt to go find help to get us out of this crazy mess. I'll go see if I can find the guy I saw coming toward here. Hello there, my friend.
Hello.
My name is Brian.
Wazowski. Ben Wazowski.
Pleased to meet you, Ben. I couldn't stop to say hi before because I had to take my friend to that shelter down there.
Yeah, I saw you too. What? So you needed to warm up a bit and you went overboard on the whiskey, huh?
No, not at all. He was fine until he ate some berries from a shrub.
Some big red juicy berries that look like cherries?
Yeah, those are the ones.
Don't say another word. I bet he's dizzy, has muscle aches, a hallucination, short-term memory loss.
Exactly. How did you know?
I've been observing the behavior of bears for years, and I see how they react when they ingest those berries, which they love, by the way. I myself have tried them on occasion for experimental purposes. The effects take several days to pass, unless...
Unless what?
Salmon.
Salmon?
Yes, salmon. Eating salmon practically counteracts all the effects of those berries. I myself have experienced it.
Well, that's good news. So I just have to get my friend to eat some salmon and it'll go back to normal?
Yep, that's it. Well, but there's a little detail you have to know.
What?
The salmon will only work if he eats it raw. In my earliest experiments, I tried cooking one over a fire with some W ketchup as a condiment and freedom fries as a side dish, but it was no good. Tasted fantastic, but it wouldn't counteract the effects of those berries. At first, I thought there was some difference between humans and bears' digestive systems, but then I got the idea to eat it raw, like a bear.
And what happened?
It was completely different. It tasted much better on the grill.
I meant about the effect of the berries.
Oh yeah, they completely disappeared.
Listen, Ben.
What's on your mind?
Impressive costume.
Well, it isn't exactly a costume. It's actually a bear suit, but I haven't finished it.
Well, like I was saying, a bear costume.
I don't like you calling it that. Makes it sound like it's not serious. Costume sounds like it's for a party, and these are my work clothes. Actually, it has more in common with a camouflaged uniform, more than a mere bear suit.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you're right. But the only bears with glasses that I can remember were in a fairy tale book.
No siree. I wear them because I'm as blind as a bat. Plus, the bear suit is incomplete. I asked the guy from the pizzeria in Sicily, the closest city to here, to order it from the same website he bought his moose suit at, but they sent it without the head. And so I asked myself, what is a bear without a head?
I don't know. The extra part of a hunting trophy?
No, my friend. A bear suit is the same as, certain death. If I make my way into the pack looking like this, the bears will say, "That one there, he isn't one of us." And whammy, they'll pounce on me, rip my head off with their paws. So I have to postpone my plans until they send me the missing head.
So, how did you get into bears?
I used to play ice hockey on a pro team. You know, we go on a tour throughout Asia every summer. But one day, after a big fight, that left me in a daze. I got sick of it all. I escaped from the hospital, went home, started surfing channels, and without realizing it, I watched a whole movie about a bear that danced with bananas on its head. Afterward, they put on a French movie about an orphan bear. I cried my eyes out. Then, I took a walk to get some fresh air, and I ran right into a billboard that showed a polar bear enjoying a soft drink. I got thirsty, so I tried to go into a coffee shop, but some doormen came out in these strange leather outfits, and they said, "Out of here, man. This place is for bears only." What a world, huh? 2 hours later, I grabbed my suitcases, hopped on a plane, and came to Alaska in search of my destiny.
So, have you been living here for very long?
Pal, it's been a few good years, but I couldn't tell you how many. Somewhere I have that deed from when I bought the house from the ranger. Maybe it has the date if you're that interested.
Seems like a nice place to live, as long as you like being alone.
Lonely, you say. No, amigo, no. Bears are unbeatable companions. Much better than most people. Then there's Satch, who brings me pizza once in a while, and we play Parcheesi together. Plus, some folks just randomly show up, like you today. Have you seen that little plaque I have in my room? Some Spanish fisherman who passed through less than a year ago gave me that.
So, even though you have your work with the bears, don't you ever get bored?
Idleness is the tool of the devil, Brian, and I don't have time for him. The few free moments I have for myself, I spend drinking some beer from my keg or playing the guitar for a spell. Since I know nothing about music, I have a great time making funky noises.
About what you said regarding your costume.
It's a bear suit, Brian. A bear suit.
Those claws on that backpack look pretty realistic.
Ah, but the claws are the most important part of the bear. They are used for defense and for fishing salmon during the season when they swim upstream. Well, that's what my book says anyway. I want to prove a revolutionary theory, though. What is that theory, you ask? Well, sorry, but I can't tell you. You look like a nice guy, but who knows if you'll go sell the story to National Geographic afterward. Nope, my friend, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Could you show me how to fish like a bear?
I'd be delighted to, but I'm way too busy. Plus, I only understand it on a theoretical level, like I said. Practice makes perfect, they say, but my schedule is full.
What time of year do the salmon swim back upstream?
Oh, it lasts almost half the year, from mid-spring to well into the fall, so the river is teeming with them now. But be careful with that ice, 'cause it can crack. And some careless bears have ended up at the bottom of the river.
I hope you can prove your theory as soon as possible.
Well, I'm on the verge. Everyone believes bears scratch their backs against trees because they itch. But it isn't true. Look, we humans didn't discover the properties of birch sap until 20 years ago, and they've known for centuries. And that's as far as I can read.
Could I borrow a fishing pole?
I could if I had one. But the last time I went fishing, I accidentally pricked a cub in his private parts with a fishhook. I don't think it did him much harm, but boy was he mad. He chased after me till he wore out. We ran in circles for hours around Professor Simon's house. When I got back to the river, my fishing pole was gone. I never saw it again.
What really shocks me is your bear costume.
There you go again. Didn't I tell you it isn't a costume?
I have nothing against bears, Ben, but your lecture about them was a little over my head.
No, man, don't you worry. We all have our little flaws.
Forget it. Get back to your work.
Okie dokie, you know where to find me. If you don't see me around here, it's because I'm at home. You'll recognize the house. It's a typical ranger's cabin, raised several yards off the ground. Come by whenever you want. That way, you can try my homemade beer.
Thanks, Ben. See you around.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check on Joshua. I'm not surprised he communicates with aliens. With that bizarre face, I have a hard time believing he's even human. He is like totally out of it. I'll have to find some way to make him come too. Maybe a good slap would do the trick. Trantor's been destroyed by a huge meteor.
No! Say it isn't true!
Yeah, and the berries contain trantonite, which took away your superpowers.
Brian, what you are saying is scientifically impossible. So stop making things up. While I am flattered that you think I have superpowers, you must be wrong. My superior smarts weren't created by any supernatural device. They're just due to the bubbling mix of supercharged genes that gave me an extra large brain. Now, I won't deny that Trento has sublimated my ripped mental muscles, but I've been a genius since I was a kid. Pretty cool stuff, huh? You know I built a rocket that pierced through the Earth's stratosphere when I was only 8? Well, it would have anyway, if it hadn't been for that fine feathered kamikaze. Stupid air rat.
Nothing's happened to Trantor. You just need to eat some raw salmon to remember the password.
Raw salmon? A lunatic wouldn't eat that.
Is there no way to convince you?
No, Brian. I am a civilized person. A decent Trento-Japanese American. And I don't eat raw animals. You think I'm some sort of polar bear?
Well, if you're Japanese, whatever, you must love sushi, right?
Oh, hi, Brianson. Mackerel, tuna, halibut, octopus. It's almost the only gourmet food I enjoy, besides desserts.
What about salmon? Do you dig salmon sushi?
Well, if there's nothing else swimming around, yeah, I'll eat it with pleasure. By the way, did I mention I'm dying of starvation?
I'll get you a salmon, or my name's not Brian. Don't you worry, you'll be getting ready for the most delicious plate of sushi you've ever had, in a jiffy.
Oh, dear Brian. We geniuses don't cook. If nobody's around to make our meals, we just order out for pizza or bite our nails. But under no circumstances would we waste any time on something as mundane as cooking.
Wow, he was hard to convince, but this is better than nothing. I have no choice but to look for someone who will teach me to make salmon sushi. Listen, Ben.
Well, what's on your mind?
Do you know Professor Simon?
The guy in the big house up there? Not very well. I've seen him hiking around from time to time, and once in a while I walk by his house, but we haven't chit-chatted much. I think he's kind of a loner.
Did you tell me if there's more than one door leading into his house?
I can assure you it's not true. The wall goes around the perimeter of the house, and the only gate is the one by the intercom. I'm telling you, I went all the way around it with a mad bear in hot pursuit. Behind me!
Getting back to what I was saying,
Yes.
you wouldn't happen to know how to make sushi, would you?
Well, as you guessed, I don't know how. And go figure, because I've been to Japan a couple of times, but I know nothing beyond traditional cooking. In steak with mashed potatoes, I have eyes for nothing more.
And I'm assuming you don't have a book with the recipe for salmon sushi?
For sushi? Not as I recall. But, if you want, I have a great one for grilled salmon. I could win the Iron Chef with that recipe, especially if the salmon's fresh.
Do you know anyone in this area who knows how to make it?
If anyone would know about that, it's Professor Simon's cook. I think he's from China, somewhere around there. But today, here's his day off, so I doubt you'll find him around. Well, then there's Archibald, but if I were you, I wouldn't want to meet him.
Archibald? Who's that?
Some say he's either Bigfoot, a serial killer, a 200-pound gremlin, or a war criminal. People say the darndest things. Satch, the pizza guy from Sicily, says he saw him a short while back. He was coming to deliver some pizzas to me when he heard a noise in the back of his pickup. When he got out, he saw a running shadow and chased it until he lost sight of it. When he returned to the pickup, they'd stolen the pizzas and opened up the engine. He couldn't get the pickup started, so he had to leave it around here somewhere. He's sure it was Archibald, but actually it could have been anybody.
Do you know what Archibald looks like?
The last thing I heard is he's 6'7", has a flat head, green skin, and a body full of scars.
Do you have any idea how I can find him?
No, pal. You don't find Archibald. He finds you. You may be asking yourself, why is Ben saying that? Well, because that's what happened to me. Not once, but twice.
What happened the first time you met Archibald?
The first time? Oh yeah, it was Christmas Eve. I picked up my guitar, went out on the balcony, sipped down a mug of beer, and started singing A Christmas Carol. I hadn't finished the first bar when I felt a sharp object in my back, as a whispering voice told me,
John Lennon sang Christmas carols much better than you, and look where he ended up. Your end may be much more cruel
and imaginative. I stopped playing and asked, You're Archibald, aren't you? But there was nobody there.
What happened the second time he found you?
I was sitting here having a beer when I recognized his voice.
I'm going to give you some emergency anesthesia. If you move, I'll leave you dumber than you are now.
I felt something hit my head, and I fell to the floor. When I woke up, I saw I'd been blindfolded. Well, actually, I didn't see it, but you get my drift. I said, Where am I? Who are you? What do you want from me? I thought my kidnapper was a competing bear scientist, so I yelled, You'll never get me to tell you my theory, no matter how hard you torture me. But that wasn't the deal. He said his name was Archibald, and that he was a chef. He just invented a tarantula venom salsa, and he wanted to experiment with me to see if the venom was still poisonous after being boiled. Thank goodness it wasn't, but it was quite a laxative.
You have no clue about where his house is?
Well, no. I've scoured the area many times, but I can't ever seem to find it. I'm starting to suspect he lives in a hole, like a bunny rabbit.
Well, let's stop talking about Archibald for now.
As you wish, but don't ever call him Archie. He gets mad with rage.
Forget it. Get back to your work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a look over there. Wow, I've never seen a completely frozen river before. I'll try not to walk across it just in case the ice breaks. The ice layer seems thick. That must be the cabin that Wazowski was talking about. I'll go take a look. I'll just take a quick glance inside. It'd be better to leave the trapdoor open. Well, so this is what Wazowski's hidden den is like. Let's see what we can find around here. That's used to take the ash out of the heater. A guitar! Too bad I have no idea how to play. If I keep staring, I'll get a contagious yawn. It's turned off. Old and dingy utensils, but they could be used. Seems to be made of oak or some similar wood. I'm not sure what it is, but it has East Asian characters on it. I don't think it'd be of any use. But what the heck? This isn't the first time I take something without knowing what I want it for. It'll be easier to carry if I roll it up. Man, that's a great idea. If I play the right song, maybe I can get that Archibald guy to show up. The only holdup is that I have no idea how to play, but hey, it can't hurt to try. I'll step outside so I can be heard better. The light from this lamp will come in handy. Here we go.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun is it to ride on a one-horse open sleigh? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun is it to ride on a one-horse open sleigh?
Hey, you!
Darn. Wait for me to...
That's too bad. His nose didn't even bleed.
Can you tell me why you just tried to do me bodily harm? Forget it. I don't feel like arguing. You must be Archibald from what I've heard.
Well, you must be a moron. And from what I've heard, a worse guitar player than your father.
So, how is it you met my father?
From hearing him play on that very balcony there. Or isn't your pop that bird brain with the bears?
No, I believe you're mistaken. Wazowski's not my dad.
I'd swear you guys were family. I find it hard to believe backward evolution is widespread among humans.
Hey, he doesn't look like...
The same ape-like expression on your face, the same lack of musical knowledge, and bad taste from the look of your clothing. No, there are just too many coincidences.
Listen, Archibald, I'm warning you that...
All right then, let's look at it from a more entertaining perspective. I know a game called Give Me One Reason Why You Shouldn't Die at This Very Moment. You'd like it. The end's supposed to be a killer.
You have to help me. My friend got sick from some wild berries, and you're the only one who can whip up the antidote.
You got the wrong idea about me, mister. Even though I'm smarter than most of them, I'm not a doctor.
I've heard you're a whiz in the kitchen.
Mister, I am much, much more than that.
Where'd you learn to cook?
By cooking. How else do you think people learn? But of course, I studied at the finest schools in Paris with the greatest chefs. All I can say is, though, they learn more from me than me from them.
You must have worked in the finest restaurants, I'm sure.
Yes, all the ones they won't let the likes of you into. But I grew tired of half-baked cooks stealing my recipes and using them to get the best reviews in the Guide Michelin.
The truth is, looking at you here, it's hard to picture you in a white apron and a chef's hat.
Hey kid, I can easily picture you in a shroud lying in your coffin.
Anyway, getting back to what I was saying...
Good lord, what an annoying person. If I'd known, I would have acted like a sane individual and made you swallow that bleach.
I need you to tell me how to make sushi.
I don't have to explain anything to you. Did you explain to me about the expired syrup they gave you when you were born?
I have money. If you help me out, I'll pay whatever you want.
Well, obviously there had to be something good about you. But I'm warning you, I don't come cheap. And I don't work for scraps.
You charge that much for your services?
Price is a relative concept, kid. It depends who asks me, what they want, when they need it, and more than anything, what side of the bed I woke up on.
Are you sure you can't teach me to make sushi?
I've mastered the art of cuisine, but I hate the world of education. You want to learn a trade, commit a crime, and sign up for a vocational course in prison. When they let you out, you'll know something useful other than fishing soap chips out of urinals, and you'll no longer be a parasite to society.
Would it bother you to stop calling me stupid?
I could, but the right question is, will you stop being stupid just because I stop calling you that?
Are you familiar with making salmon sushi?
Does the Pope pray? Kid, you stand before the former chef of Japan's Imperial Palace, the man who introduced the West to sushi, tempura, and sake. And if that's the dish you want, it won't cost you a cent.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, because I can refuse to make it for you. I only work my cooking magic when I'm given each and every one of the proper ingredients, and I'm missing some essentials for sushi.
Which ingredients are you missing?
The salmon to start with, the nori, the wasabi. No, I guess I could achieve a similar effect if I mixed Dijon mustard with apple vinegar and some mint toothpaste. I think I have some soy sauce and ginger around here, so that would be it. Well, I don't have any chopsticks either, or a bamboo mat for rolling up the maki sushi.
What ingredients go in sushi?
I don't see why I should tell you, but okay. It contains rice, nori algae, soy sauce, wasabi, ginger, a touch of sugar, a dash of salt, and in this case, salmon.
I'm not 100% sure of all the ingredients that you're missing, but I could try to find them somewhere around here.
You don't know what the salmon, nori, chopsticks, and bamboo mat look like? Your lack of culinary culture is at par with your IQ. Look around if you want, but I doubt you'll find them all.
Getting back to what you were saying,
You really like to analyze things in depth.
if we were to get all of the ingredients, how much would you charge me to make one dish of sushi?
That depends, kid. How much have you got?
I think I've got about $1,000. Is 50 okay?
No, 1,000 will do for me. It's a done deal, kid. You get the salmon, the mat for rolling up the sushi, the chopsticks, and the algae. And I'll take care of the rest.
Thanks, Archibald. I'll be seeing you.
That's a true threat coming from you.
But how will I find you?
Just whistle, if you know how. But you'd better not bother me
Thanks.
without a good reason.
This feels like one of those old movies. If I whistle, he'll come running. What a nut! Great. The important thing is to focus on getting the ingredients this guy needs to make the sushi for me. It's occurred to me that... Yes, I bet I can use that Chinese sign I grabbed at Wazowski's as a makeshift mat. What a relief. One less thing to worry about.